December being the last month of the year. We are grateful to God for sparing our life and that of the esteemed fans across the globe, wherever you might be. Wishing you the happy new month and, of course, the yellow tide season is here. Once again, we are grateful to God for sparing our life, despite however odious and exacerbating the situation has been. God has helped us all the way, and we are indeed, we come with a grateful heart here in Crowwave TV. But God notwithstanding, of course, the federal government of Nigeria has come up to say that the food prices, of course, have surged by 80%. And I'm here, of course, to contradict that position because it is beyond 80% because we used to buy a bag of rice about 6,500 before APC government assumed office, and ever since then, it has gotten to 60, 70,000 at a stance now. So it has increased by 800 to 900%, not even 80% as the government admitted. I think they are very economical with the truth. The truth is that 800% is the reality here, and that cannot be denied. The government has been somehow economical with the truth, and we cannot accept that. Not just admitting the state of despondency, hunger in the land. What is the government doing? Of course, to put food in the table of millions, several hundreds of millions of Nigeria. Good morning. It's a pleasure welcoming you here this morning. Good morning. Let's just say that the reflection of the light. Okay. Thank you. Yes. What is your take? The federal government said that it's 80% surge in food prices. And do you agree with the federal government position?
I will agree with him because Nigeria, they are not taking care of the agricultural sector. They are not financing them appropriately. And since they are not financing the agricultural system, what they're supposed to do is to open border to import food to the country for people to see what to eat. A closing border will not solve the problem. Rather, it will cause the high cost of the food items in market. So federal government saying that 80% of foodstuff is higher more than 80% is true, based on what they did. They neglected the agriculture being the source where they supposed to finance much. They didn't finance anything on agriculture, and they are not recognizing agriculture sector as a major source for Nigeria to survive. They tell me why food will not go high. Are you getting it? Why food stuff will not go high? That is the issue in aspect of that. Now talking of farmers, fertilizer now, I don't know how much they are selling fertilizer for now. Even though the Benue, in Benue State, where we say the food basket of the nation, so many of them are no longer farming because of no financial support, nobody to support them, nobody to supply them equipment and other things. It seems like a farm where 10 people will farm, it is only 3 people are doing that. And 3 people cannot provide a thing that the millions of people will eat. So tell me, how will Nigeria will not suffer in food item? How will they not suffer in food item?
And what is the implication of that? You mentioned Benue. I have a friend from there. They say they produce large mass of yam. But now, everybody has fled those farms because of the activities of killer herdsmen and militias. Insecurity rocking. What you are hearing now is cost of people being killed. on daily basis.
Yes,
So why is the government not arresting the incessant killings that have hampered of the activities of the farmers?
yes, to me, I would say that the government is aware of those people that are killing farmers. Because nobody that will tell that he wants to go and lose his life in the name of I'm going to a farm, you go there and lose your life. It's not done. When you know that the road is not clear for you, there's no reason for you going to the farm, and there's no reason for you leaving your family. You go, you cannot come back. My brother is very, very no. It's not done anywhere. The only thing that government is supposed to do one is to secure the life of the farmers. Insecurity is the major problem Nigeria has. Insecurity. And where it pains me most is that all our top politicians, even our president, they know those people that are responsible in those killings. They know that they are just using them for a particular their own political selfish interest. You cannot tell me that somebody that will have a farm, you cannot even enter farm, you cannot even exercise that liberty and free yourself and enter. You'll be afraid of dying or afraid of people handing you the way, which is very long. Then what the sense of spending money on security, since they cannot even be able to do the job.
60 years down the line, 60 years after independence, Nigerians governments are still talking about insecurity. Are we learning any lesson at
Yes.
all?
In that Nigeria talking about security from time to time, they are not serious over that particular issue. Nigerians are not serious over that particular issue. One, they don't value their citizens.
The life of the
They don't
citizens.
value the life of the citizens. And even that they value the life of the citizens, they will have established a strong security that will guide the whole country. You cannot tell me that people will just enter, people will just come and they kidnap people in the same country. Then why the work of the all our intelligence officers? What are they doing? As big as this country is, they still dey battle with insecurity. My brother, it's a shameful thing, totally.
Honestly, that is quite unfortunate.
Nigeria is still talking about security. It's a shameful thing.
It's indeed a shameful thing. And let's look at government admitting that there is 80% food surge. And the food surge, the cost of food commodities, basic commodities have surged, have increased exponentially. By that simple submission, the government is admitting that Nigerian populations has been impoverished the more by 80%. Because if you have, for instance, something that is sold for 100 naira and now you now buy it for 800 naira, it means that the value of the purchasing power of an average Nigerian has been reduced to just 20%.
In that aspect, the reason when they remove subsidy, when they concluded on their plan of removing subsidy, why do they not calculate very well before they remove that subsidy? Removing subsidy upon removing subsidy, see how well. When you are buying something of 100 naira, let me just say from 2001, 2002, when I do business, that time we sell a bag of rice 2,750, 2,800.
That time.
At year 2000 in this country. But now you will buy a bag of rice, of 47 to 58,000 naira. Presently now.
More than
And
58.
of course. Then motor will charge you based if you are, you know, say I bought a liter of fuel 620. I bought a liter. There's no control price in this country. So the problem is that Nigeria not even have the vision. They don't have a vision and they don't know how to control themselves. The best is for them is to sleep. Let them go region to region. Let them restructure Nigeria. That's the best solution for this country to get help. Let them go back to restructuring Nigeria.
Region to region.
Region to region. That will help them to boost Nigeria economy. Because it seems that one person cannot control this country. We blacks, we are stubborn and we are tough. Are you getting it? We need a data where it will be easy to be monitored, both security and the movement you're going out and you're going in, you're going out and you're coming in will be totally monitored. Because you cannot tell me that Buhari is at Abuja that you don't know what is happening in Lagos. Because he will only focus on that as is where he is. Nothing concern him down this south or southeast. But if it is structurally well equipped and fits a security, my brother, there will be nothing like banditry and other atrocity.
Exactly. Every region will be able to manage their own security.
Manage their own security
and resources.
And resources that they generate. This will be employment today. So, my brother, telling us everything food cost. If they like, let it go higher and higher, which we are expecting. Things are going to go more higher than this as we are now. Things are going to go more higher. And they convinced that they sell for the 45 naira, 40 naira, year 2003. Now, you very convinced that it's 700 naira. Just tell me, then before January, it may reach 800 or 1,000 naira.
Imagine it means that people don't even like eating.
White
gari, imagine.
Now see what is going on.
White gari that is meant for, we call it a poor man food.
Poor man food now. Now you cannot even see it.
An average man can even, you have to think and calculate. Press calculator before you can even prepare for gari. That is quite unfortunate. That is a level of devastation, human devastation.
So much. As big as this country is, they are still crawling on the ground. It pains me so much because our allied people, their selfish interests bring this country in this totally mess up where we are today.
Honestly, thank you once again.
Prayer is that God will do what is his mind in this country. That is it.
Well, thank you so much. I wish you all the best of the month, of the new month. And I pray that God will continue to supply all your needs and that of your family.
Amen.
Regardless of whatever is happening in this country. It is terrible. But then we still, of course, continue to exercise hope and have solace in the fact that God is in control, regardless of whatever situation. He's going to see us through. He has been seeing us through all the way from January to this time. We are even surviving is not because of anything but by his grace. Otherwise, we don't pay as one man will say. Thank you once again for your wonderful submissions. And to esteemed fans, good morning once again and happy new month, the month of December. The month of December is here. That is my month, the month of my birthday. It's just loading. And we thank God I usher you in, of course, with excitement and gratitude unto God. As the fans and your families, wishing you the best of the month. Good morning. You're welcome to this political rumbles here. The cost of commodity is high. The government has come to her knees to admit that they are responsible for the problems and the woes of Nigeria by impoverishing Nigerians by 80%. Meaning if you are earning 30,000 minimum wage, it is no longer relevant because inflation has swallowed it and begging for more. So what do you say about this country? Is that the reason why people are calling for restoration of Biafran states?
My brother, good morning. Good morning, our viewers. My name is Mr. Lawrence from Biafra land.
You're welcome, Mr. Lawrence. How is Biafra land today?
Yeah, I respect Biafra so much. Everybody in Biafra, I love Biafra. Why I love Biafra that those people are the people that everything that happens in Africa, they are the giants. That's why I said that I respect Biafra. But I have one problem about Biafra. The problem I have that we need to come together and fight for this reflection. We cannot leave it for one person. We need to come together. Let me use an example. In Nigeria, let's remember the word of our leaders, Mazi.
Nnamdi Kanu. I respect that man so much. I still respect Samuel Ekpa. One I respect Nnamdi Kanu is that before this thing started happening in Nigeria, Nnamdi Kanu already said it years ago. Now look at Nigeria. Nigeria don't have any hope. No hope of Nigeria. Whatever they wake up in the night or in the morning, they say whatever they like. Then the word they say is to God. To me, is weird. I remember at least now, almost at something to 40 years now, since I'm a child till now, no word Nigeria said that fulfill the word, even though 1/4 for the world among the whole world. Now they bring call or whatever it is. He's a Nigerian politician, and I don't support him. I don't support Nigeria. Since I'm born in Nigeria, I never vote for Nigeria because I don't trust Nigeria. I'm waiting the day God will give us the Biafra land. That's the day I will vote in the Biafra land, and or the day we will do referendum. That's the day I will vote. Now, they say 80% of Nigeria is no food in Nigeria. Yes, no food. It's more than 80%.
Exactly.
It's more than 80%. People that
More than 95% of Nigerians. Imagine you are earning 30,000. You say 80% has increased. Now
wait. That 30,000 you are talking about, do you know that most of governors in Nigeria, they are not paying the 30,000?
I agree with you.
Okay, the salary they pay the retired workers, no state in Nigeria they owe their workers. What are you talking about? You are still talking 30,000 naira. Even though unfortunately they pay the 30,000 naira, how much is a bag of rice? How much your transport? A plate of the common lowest cheapest in the fast food lines, 500, 800 naira. 75% of Nigeria cannot afford that 500 naira. In the whole Nigeria now, 75% of Nigeria cannot afford $1 a day.
You are 100% right. You are more than 199% right.
What are we talking about? Go to street. Okay, look at the Lagos. Lagos is the heart of Nigeria. Whether we like it or not, Lagos and the Kano and the Abuja is the heart of Nigeria and the Port Harcourt. Go there, look at the indigenous of those places, the citizens of those lands. Check how their people. It's the foreigners that are still helping them. You see that Nigeria is a big mess. My word now, I want to tell America word. It's my fans. I love America so much. But what I want to tell America needs to try more harder. The harder we try, we make Biafra to become faster. And the harder we protect this Biafra, whether the indigenous like it or not, they must obey the law of the government. In the Biafra land, we have two parts of government. Why I say we have two parts of government? 85% of Biafra government, guys, 15% is the Nigeria government. The remaining 15% of Nigeria government, we need to wipe them out. Let me use the example of Imo State. We have one vampire in Imo State called Bobo of them. He wants to achieve Biafra so fast, and to make Imo State to be happy, we need to match this man. It's not those nonsense military. Let's match the governors, the senators, the House of Assembly, and the House of Reps. You will see that those people will submit so fast. They claim they are untouchable. We need to touch them. In Igbo land, they say that if a person cook food for public, you finish the food. But when a public cook food for one person, they cannot ever finish that food. Those governors, senators, House of Assembly, or whatever there is, they are minority. We need to crush them. And another people we are having problem now, who call themselves the billionaires, global billionaires. They are not helping matters because I say fishing first. They are not looking about the commoners. Those people that cannot make $1 a day.
So you've been a businessman in Lagos. How are you coping with these economic mishaps? Managing business with all the, levies and all that.
Now, that's why I said that is only 5% of Nigeria is making money so much. And now, look at now interior decoration. But you give person protection to give you the job is very hard. Like me now, almost 7 or 8 months, nobody give me contract, nobody give me job. I'm eating the little one I have in the account. When you are eating, no money. How many months money? You cannot see anything.
And most especially, these are seasons when those businesses thrives.
Okay, let me
interior decoration. But
let me use the example now as a food now, ordinary indomie. I remember before the time of Jonathan, you can buy indomie of 20 naira, 25 naira. That is the smallest indomie. Now, you buy the indomie for wholesale price 120 naira.
that is the smallest one, though.
The smallest one. And
So the big one is 300, 250. Okay, 700. 500. Oh, 500 now the big, now the large one, yes. Now hungry man, they call him hungry
Making
man.
like $1 a day, and they have like 2 children or 3 children. How can you cope with your children?
Mm.
You see that frustration and everything food man's body. Nigeria is a mess. Biafra is only the country can help Africa. I didn't say only Nigeria. I didn't say only Biafra. Biafra will help the whole Africans. Because when Biafra goes, the way the government will come out in Biafra, other countries in Africa will
emulate.
That's why I said that Biafra will help many African countries, mostly this West Africa, because most of West African countries is British and France colonized them. And British already fooled Nigeria Africans so much and France. But only people can deliver those Africans, only the Biafrans.
So why are they being persecuted to this extent? I mean, they wouldn't be allowed to participate in the political system. They call them Igbo. You see, I know that's not Igbos, only Igbo that makes up Biafra. But why is it that they are being persecuted? They are not allowed, they don't want them to go, and they don't want them to participate. They introduced quota system, which have destroyed the entire system. When there was a level playing ground, things are moving. It was based on competence and merits. You see, but unfortunately, the quota system came and destroyed anything called merits, which have destroyed the entire system. So why are they against? An average Nigerian politician don't want Biafrans to go.
Okay, my brother, let me ask one question now. If me and you start fight as a Chigozie, I beat you several times. Somebody from nowhere come and help you and give you the power. You use the power to press me down. And tomorrow I rise to want to collect that power. Is it possible to use to release the power for me?
Okay, you mean they are afraid that they are afraid of Biafrans' ingenuity
mostly is
and industrious.
Nigeria. The main problem of people is the pretend. Do you know why? Pretend know that Biafra knows more than them. If Biafra goes, their mind said that when Biafra goes, they will like to go and fight for Biafra. They want to go and fight the work power. But they didn't think very well. Look at Israel. Did Israel fight for work power? No. No country in the world can match Israel. They never come out when they say they want to be in one power. Talk less of people. British, they are fighting for their selfish interest. Okay, let me use the example as a P2D. P2D come out as a one Nigeria. I myself didn't support P2D even one day. You know, Chico saying being a witness.
Of course, I know that.
I didn't support P2D as one day because P2D come out as a Nigeria and there's nothing good in the Nigeria. As far as I'm concerned.
We can say that Nigeria happened to him. Maybe he was not expecting that.
No, Obasanjo brought P2D to bring Biafra agitation down with the British. Okay. Obasanjo is the number one enemy of Biafra. Remember the word Obasanjo said that the day Ojukwu die is the day Biafra die. Obasanjo said it. They don't know that somebody from nowhere will come out. As with the word they say, nothing good come out from Jerusalem. That's now Jerusalem is one of the biggest places in the world. Politicians know that if you allow Igbo man to rule Nigeria, at least Nigeria will be like 65% good or 55%. Because Igbo man know what to do to make Nigeria okay. And the British don't want it.
You want
Biafra, they still exist in the world.
Thank you so much for your wonderful submissions.
Thank you, my brother.
What do you expect on the December 15th when the Supreme Court will be giving verdicts regarding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra? Do you expect his victorious?
You know, always come here and say that I don't talk to the media. Always say some people that it's very hard to Nigeria to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Talk less of when the worst the enemies is that enemy is the Tulumbus.
Okay, the worst enemies of the Biafrans. Is that what you said?
What Biafra will do is that they need to use force.
The application of force to achieve Biafra.
Because release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And to achieve Biafra again, we need to go back and learn what our leaders is released. If they don't send any fucking human being, and when you want to be, you have your own freedom, they must count you as a terrorist country, a terrorist group, whether you like it or not. And they must do whatever they want to do to achieve your goal. We don't need them, they need us. We have to have more than resources can use it to control the world. Foreigners need us. It's not us need them, they need us. We need to do whatever we do to achieve this promised land. If you cannot do it, you know that we are not serious. And we need to start it with the governors and senators and officers. When you march them down, you see that Biafra will come back. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your wonderful submission here. When you march them down, that is, of course, his final statement. Well, the people's will must prevail, and there should be a level playing ground, of course, which will allow referendum as a peaceful way of course, secession. If that's as that has become necessary, I wouldn't say if that becomes necessary, because that has become necessary now, and that is the only way forward for us to continue to move forward. Because you can't be trapped in a country, in an economy that where over 90% of our citizens are multidimensionally poor. It means there is no progress recorded, and the life expectancy and the living conditions of these populations is worsening. That is the implication. That is the, of course, interpretation of what that means. Meaning that several millions of Nigerians, hundreds of millions, who could no longer cater for their families. Because you cannot tell me if a loaf of bread was once sold for 200 naira, and it's now 1,005. How many people do you expect to afford that? That is exactly what the government have admitted, and unfortunately, nothing is being done to